So the story began like this. When former president, that was back then, he was a vice president of the Republic of Kenya. When he came back from the African OAU meeting in Kampala, Uganda, he was confronted and accused by the then police commissioner James Mungai, who was the police commissioner under the time of President Jomo Kenyatta. That was the first president of the Republic of Kenya. And when he accused Moi that he came back from Uganda with all these weapons and guns, that he was trying to overthrow the then president of Kenya, that was Jomo Kenyatta, and he was actually, Moi was actually the vice president, but he was seen as a weak vice president by the Kikuyu nation or the Gema nation. And it didn't stop there. He slapped Moi, and it wasn't even one time, it was more than twice. I think it was around 3 times. James Mungai, that was a police commissioner, slapped Moi at one time in front of Kenyatta in Nakuru State House. And Moi was really patient enough to wait for his turn. And Moi would later have the last laugh after when he ascended to power in 1978 when Kenyatta died. He never raised a finger against the then police commissioner who went to exile in Switzerland for 2 years, but he couldn't bear the exile life in Switzerland, so he had to return and slip back quietly to the country. But during his 24-year rule, or was it 24 years? Yes, as president, Moi never talked about any revenge, or he never exerted any revenge on James Mungai. And I'm talking about this because there was a lot of drama going on when Moi was vice president. The Kikuyu nation never wanted to see Moi ascend to the throne to be the president. Even the former MP from Nakuru, Kihiga Kimani, was going campaigning around the country back then in mid-70s that the constitution needs to be amended in order for the then vice president to be barred from being president in case of president dies, right? That was Moi. So he wanted to campaign that the constitution needs to be amended, that it wouldn't necessarily, or it wouldn't be automatic for the vice president to ascend to power in case the president dies. And all these guys, all these politicians was coming from Central Province trying to bar the then outcast vice president Moi, who was coming from the Kalenjin tribe, because he wasn't a Kikuyu. And all this inner circle of Kikuyu around the President Kenyatta never wanted anything to do with vice president Moi, because they knew he was going to ascend to the throne automatically. Fast forward, Moi became president. The only revenge I remember was against the former Subukia MB, that was Koigi Wamwere, who actually Moi didn't start with, imprisoning Koigi Wamwere. It was actually Kenyatta. Kenyatta imprisoned him at least for, I think, 2 or 3 years when Koigi came back from the US, and when he started trying to talk about bringing change to the country and amending the constitution. That's when Kenyatta imprisoned him on political basis. And then Moi came again, and in total he was in prison for about almost 13 years in prison in his entire political career. And the reason why I'm talking about this is that is Vice President William Ruto going to be president of the Republic of Kenya? Is he going to be the president, the next president in 2022? The big question is, who's going to support him? Because, as I said before, Ruto was the guy that was being used by the Kikuyu or the Gema nation again, just to ascend to the throne, just to make Uhuru Kenyatta to be the president of the Republic of Kenya. But it seems like it's not even 6 months past after the new re-election of the president Uhuru Kenyatta is passed, and there's a lot of drama going on, a lot of again from the inner circle of the gamer nation, were they using the vice president just to get to the throne or the presidency? That's a big question for me. But I'm saying Vice President William Ruto will be president with only based on two occasions that I'm gonna talk here. First occasion is that if the Kikuyu nation try to bring up their man or their choice to run as president for 2022, that will rally up the whole entire tribal nations of the Kenyan small tribes to rally up and regiment against the Kikuyu nation, right? And they will make Ruto to be president, whether the Kikuyu like it or not. The entire nation will make William Ruto to be president, right? That's the first scenario. The second scenario is that Ruto will be president based on the basis that the Kikuyu nation will support them, because there was a government. The government was that Uhuru Kenyatta served his term, 2-year term, and get out and give Ruto his chance. So that if the Kikuyu or the Gamer nation obeys the government, that then the William Ruto will be president of the Republic of Kenya. But the second option, that's when the Kikuyu or the Gamer nation will support William Ruto to be the president of the Republic of Kenya. It has a repercussion and consequence. That means William Ruto has to abide by their rules. They have to pick a running mate from their tribe, the Kikuyu tribe. That's not an option. He has to. That way he can become president. So let's go back to the first option. The first scenario, that where I say that if the Kikuyu nation will try to pick up their man or the running, the president candidate, and try to kick Ruto away from the government, then the whole tribes and nations of the Kenya will make Ruto as a president, right? Because they try to teach the Kikuyu nation a lesson that they will never forget. If Moi tortured and suppressed and oppressed the Kikuyu nation during his 24-year reign, it won't be the same as if Ruto became president on the occasion that I talk about, that the Kikuyu nation will try to pick their own candidate. It would be like if Ruto became president on that, based on the first occasion that I said, being rejected by Kikuyu nation, it will be like bringing a knife to a gunfight. When Ruto became president based on other tribes making him to be electing him to be the president or the preferred candidate, you see Ruto is a ruthless person. He'll try every other way to make sure that Kikuyu are oppressed and banished forever in politics, in Kenyan politics. And I don't think that would be a nice idea for them to do that. So next time when you go to vote in 2022, make the wise decision. We don't want to see any fight again in the few coming years. It's only about 4.5 years to go before we elect somebody. And make sure you stick to the governance. Ruto will be president of the Republic of Kenya based on 2 occasions. Otherwise, if the Kikuyus are not involved, Ruto will never be president of the Republic of Kenya. I said, if Kikuyus are not involved, if the Kikuyus doesn't stand on any side, if the Kikuyus doesn't support Ruto, and if the Kikuyus doesn't bring up their own preferred president candidate, Ruto will never be president. But if Kikuyus come up with another running mate, another preferred candidate to be president of the Republic of Kenya, at the same time, if the Kikuyus will reject Ruto in 2022 to be elected as president, Ruto will be president. Otherwise, if come 2022, Kikuyus are not involved with anything to do with Ruto, Ruto will never be president of the Republic of Kenya. As I always talk about, thanks for watching, and make sure that you subscribe to my channel and make sure you like it on Facebook. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you.